What? Oh man.
restaurants in Guelph. So we've got BM and GC here. This is BM's first time on the Friday Night Lights here, playing the first game. And what do we expect from them right now?
Well, BM needs to get a win here. They want to face Sent. They feel like they should have won that game earlier in the season. So let's see. If they get against St. James, that's one of their losses, and so is Sent. But you know they want that Sent one back.
The kickoff is a short kick, and it'll be
fumbled.
Out. Looks like GC might be on it. We'll see what the refs signal.
I think that's GC ball. And that was Kieran O'Donnell on the return. And he's a linebacker, not normally a return man. And that ball came out. Let's see who has it. And they're going to give it to BM.
BM very lucky there. I mean, a costly mistake to open up the game. Luckily, they jumped on it.
I definitely thought GC had that ball. That's what it looked like right off the bat there. But it seems BM recovered that.
So we'll see the first look here of BM's offense ever on Friday Night Lights. Quarterback by Kalen Frazier. Let's see what they've got.
I expect them to run the ball here. Kalen Frazier's one of those quarterbacks who can keep the ball, and he's effective in the passing game also.
Yeah, he's not the fastest quarterback, but he could run people over.
Yeah, very big guy, and he can move.
So Frazier will take his first snap out of the shotgun. Looks like they'll give. Here's Verdun. Decent little gain there on first. We'll see what's happening on second and about 6 yards, looks like.
Yeah, decent gain on first down. That's what you want to do, get about 5 or 4 yards.
So BM, looking at their O-line, they do have one stud on their O-line that's being recruited by a few universities. You know who that is?
Ryan Matisse there. Watch them run the ball to his side a lot. He's a very good offensive lineman. And there's going to be flags everywhere. The ball wasn't snapped.
3 flags thrown at the exact same time. Looks like the referees will huddle. We'll see what it is.
I believe this will be on BM. BM never snapped that ball. And they're going to call offside on the defense. We'll move the sticks, I believe. Oh, no. 1 yard to go.
Second and 1 upcoming here. Do you run the ball now if you're BM?
You got to think they got to run the ball. 1 yard to go. Let's see what they do.
Looks like Frazier will take it himself. He'll get off a tackle, get over to the GC's side of the field, and looks like he falls to the 48.
Yeah, decent play there. Fake the run. Keep it. Get the first down, and now BM's rolling.
So we have seen this BM team play a few times. Do you know who Frazier's favorite target is out there?
Yeah, look for number 8, Nick Guardiero. He's caught about 5 touchdown passes this season. He's also the team's kicker, so he does a lot for this team, and he's definitely Frazier's main target.
Another grade 12 plus, that's Nick Guardiero. We'll see what BM can do after picking up a fresh set of downs. Looks like they'll give to Verdun. Nice pickup by Verdun. Looks like he picked up 8 on that one.
Yeah, another nice run on first down. BM's probably going to stick to this run game a lot here in the early going. And they got 2 backs who can take it. You got Verdun and then number 30, Merch.
So we've seen GC's defense twice. We saw them have a less than favorable game against Ross. You see anything they might need to change?
I'm not really sure. They definitely, their corners played better last week than they did that first week we were on here. But Ross was a very pass-heavy team, and that defensive line can usually get to the quarterback. Let's see what they can do.
Frazier's got Guardiero. He's got some space there on the far side.
And there's going to be a hold there.
Looks like he steps out just to the 5-yard line. We'll see what the flag is, but good pickup on second down there for Guardiero and Frazier.
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to be a hold. We'll see what the flag is, but a nice route there by Guardiero, and nice job by Frazier to find him.
Looked like just a check down, but Guardiero found some space, but BM offense sure looks like they're set on coming back, so we'll see what the call is.
Yeah, this won't come all the way back because the holding was, I believe, at the 10-yard line there.
Either way, BM will pick up a fresh set of downs, and we'll see what they can do here on first at the 30-yard line.
And there's going to be flags. Last time I said BM on false start, but let's see what they do here. And that's going to be on BM. It's going to push them back even further.
Yeah, looks like a false start.
This moves them out of field goal range.
I'd say Nick Ardiero is a pretty good kicker, but I don't think he has the leg to hit one from the 35-yard line.
I wouldn't be shocked if they could hit it. They got to get about 5 yards, and I believe it's in his territory. With the drop back, of course.
Frazier will give to Verdun, who is wrapped right up. Looks like he loses the ball, but I think he was down.
Yeah. He was down by contact before that ball came out. And anyway, BM recovered, so.
Verdun's had a good set of runs earlier there, but wrapped right up by that Gales D-line.
And that's probably the strength of this defense right here. That defensive line. They got to the quarterback a lot last week against Lourdes. They also did it against Ross, too.
I believe that pressure might have even contributed to their turnovers, as when St. Hilaire was under pressure when playing the Gales defense, they got 2 or 3 picks, I believe, that game.
Yeah, I think they had 2 picks that game, and yeah, they got a lot of pressure, and that definitely helped the cornerbacks out.
That ball is way overthrown and intercepted. Not a good throw there for Frazier. That's picked off by Nathan Dixon. And I mean, that's not the start you want for BM. Having a good little drive, got down to the 30-yard line, but nil-advised throw, it looked like there, overthrew his man.
Yeah, he had his receiver opened, it looked like here on this replay, but just way overthrown. And Nathan Dixon wasn't even really in that great of a position, but he ended up making that pick. He bobbled it a bit, but ends up coming up big for this GC defense. And now we'll take a look at this GC offense.
Any keys to their offense? I think we've gone over it once or twice before.
Yeah, they have a very good run game. Ben Body, a very fast guy.
And then BM, I believe their strength is their defense. They have a really good defense this year as well.
Oh, yeah, they have a very good defensive line. 10 sacks last week against Ross. That wasn't on air here, but 10 sacks.
Shut him out as well.
Shut him out. That's pretty impressive. I'd say the weakness here on this BM defense, sometimes their corners can get burned. And we saw that in that St. James game. Again, not on air here.
Looks like they have a different look at corner right now. I mean, they are playing a few offensive guys out there. You have Frazier playing back at safety. And also it looks like Grundy's playing corner as well.
Yeah, Perozzo's usually playing there at safety, and he's a very good player. Looks like Verdun's coming on too here.
It's third. You think probably be returning?
Oh, yeah.
Saw him returning kicks in the warm-up.
My bad there. Little dull moment there for me.
Not sure what's wrong with Perozzo, because Perozzo is usually returning kicks as well.
Right now I don't see him on the... Actually, I do see him on the bench, and he seems to be fine, but he is dressed.
That's a good kick there. We'll see if Grundy can return it now. Down to the 47.
Decent return there. Get about the same starting position they had on their first drive.
So you think after one pick, you might want to keep to the run game if you're BM, because we've seen Frazier before. I mean, we haven't seen any aired games at BM, but Frazier's had a little bit of trouble with interceptions, so maybe just trust the run game. It's been working earlier.
Yeah, their run game's very good, so I would keep with that until it starts to fail. And they have a lot of trick runs here, BM. Come out with 2-back sets. They can do a lot of things in this run game.
Looks like he'll give it to Verdun here as he falls close to midfield. Decent pickup, though, for BM.
Yeah, see, if they keep doing these 6-yard runs each first down, they're gonna have a lot of time in this game to get that ball to get the ball down the field. They're gonna have a lot of long drives, and GC needs to stop that run game.
Because GC, when we watched them against Ross, they had trouble stopping they were great stopping the run, sorry, and they had trouble as Shoemaker started dotting them up in the second half. So we have Guardiero with a good pickup there. But, yeah, I believe their defensive strength was the run game, but now Verdun's having a good game early, it looks like.
Yeah, he's already had a couple of 6-yard gains, 7-yard gains right on first down, and then right there to pick up the first. Nice pass to Guardiero, and he fought for those yards.
So BM's offense looking pretty good so far. Just one poor throw led them to losing a few potential points off the board. Looks like it'll be Frazier taking it himself. Still going now, fighting for quite a few yards. Looks like he picked up 8 or 9 on that play.
Yeah, nice run there. Got his leg wrapped up, and he still gained about 2 yards with the guy on his leg.
So I don't know if we talked about the importance of this game, but how big is this game seeing playoff implications?
Well, the loser of this game will most likely be playing St. James, and St. James is a very good team. We watched them last week here, and we'll watch them again tonight. They're a very good team. So no team really wants to play them right off the bat. So I know BM wants to play Cent, most likely. I'm sure they'll take on anyone, but most likely they want to take on Cent.
Well, BM believes they could have won that first game in week 1 against Centennial.
Oh yeah, that last play, pick 6.
That's not how you want to lose a game.
It was a heartbreaker. But I believe when watching that game that BM can beat Centennial. We'll see, though. They had a very good first half, and then they kind of fell apart in that second half. But this game does mean a lot. Both these teams did lose to St. James and definitely don't want to take them on again.
Yeah, St. James is a great team. Their offense pretty much spearheaded by Tanner Nelms. Great running back for them, as Verdun looks like he picked up nothing on that play, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let's see if BM goes to the passing game here. And yeah, it looks like Verdun stumbled a bit there in the cutback.
Even think if they could not even focus on the first down, just pick up a few yards, maybe get into field goal range for Guardiero.
Yeah, really, right here I'd say they need maybe 5 yards here on this play, and they can definitely hit that field goal.
Shotgun look here for Frazier. He'll keep. Guardiero on the screen now. Guardiero looks like he's just short of the first down.
But that play might have just brought them into field goal range. And this is also good field position to go for it on third.
I was about to say, looking at the BM bench, no one's moving out there. It looks like they're going to go for it in 3rd and 2, it looks like here.
And look for Frazier to keep the ball here.
Wouldn't say a sneak opportunity here, but you could definitely take it out of the shotgun.
Zach Wessinger just put into the game. Side Verdun.
Looks like he will look to sneak it.
I don't know if he got that.
I'm not sure if they knew.
Ball's out.
I'm not sure if they knew he was 2 yards out from picking up the first.
Let's see where they place this ball. At first glance, I didn't think they got it, but it looks like they got it.
The spotting looks very generous in favor of BM. Looks like they'll respot. Now they're going to bring out the chains. No, they're going to give him a first.
It's hard to see up here. We're kind of on an angle, but I don't know. That spotting seemed a bit generous, but the ball did come out. I wonder if they marked that fumble.
Well, it's going to be a first down here from the Celtics, and Frazier and his offense will keep rolling. They'll give to Verdun once again, who had a big hole, but that is closed right there. I believe that was Keogh that got the tackle in. Good job by him to close that gap.
Still a decent gain. Ball will be spotted at the 20.
Second and 6 here for BM. Definitely in field goal range for them.
Yeah, let's see if they run this ball here, because I imagine they don't want to pass at risk of turnover, especially because they can put some points up here. Frazier's got lots of time. He's going to roll to his right.
Good tackling there by GC, though, will stop him. Looks like just short of the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Although Frazier got sacked there, that was still a nice job not throwing that ball into coverage, not taking a penalty for intentional grounding. Nice job by him to get out of the pocket, see what he can do on his feet, not forcing anything, and now you got to imagine they're going for that field goal.
Didn't see any personnel change, though, for BM.
Like we said, Kalen will hold for this team, and Guardiero will kick. It's like about a 27-yard field goal.
I'd say Guardiero's fairly comfortable from this far out.
And he missed
Looks
it.
like it's right, and that'll be Guthrie returning it here for GC.
Oh, I don't know why he's bringing this ball out.
He's going to get stopped right at the 1-yard line. You think you just take the point if you're GC?
That's tough position. I'm not sure why he took that ball out. I'm sure I don't know, they probably practiced that and the coach said just take that out, but I don't know. Let's see what this offense can do. Last time they did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't a good offensive possession for them. BM's defense really asserting their dominance out there.
And it looks like BM's defense is back to normal.
So the ball be spotted at the 20-yard line. I'm not sure why.
I'm kind of confused too. Because
Really
he definitely
confused,
got
yeah.
tackled out of the...
Yeah, he's definitely out of the end zone. Here's Body breaking it to the outside, as he'll be pushed out of bounds by Alderton there on the far side to end the first quarter. Good run by Body.
But I'm still kind of surprised that ball was placed at the 20. And it looks like we have a hurt player here. I think that is BM.
It looks like Schoneker's down there, the safety there for BM. Harry Schoneker's a great player for BM, though. Grade 12 player.
Yeah, he makes a lot of plays out there for BM. He also plays a bit of offense. Sometimes you'll see him come in as the tight end.
Used to playing safety, but he's playing Sam linebacker for this team, as Perozo's a fantastic safety for them. And you really don't like seeing a guy like Schoneker down like that.
And you know BM would miss him if he goes out this game.
You don't really see him down that much because Harry Schoneker's a very tough player. We'll just step aside for a quick moment as we'll see if he gets up. So as we wait for Schoneker to come back up, we do have a few events going on in the university tomorrow for sports. The women's rugby OUA championship down on Varsity Field tomorrow. Also, we got a football game. The University of Guelph, they're playing Waterloo tomorrow.
Should be a good game.
And then finally, the women's hockey home opener. It's hockey season right now. We're in October. NHL just started up.
Yeah, if you like hockey, it's back here at the university. Should be an entertaining one.
I mean, it's a fantastic time for sports. All the major sports going right now. Basketball just kicked off.
Basketball kicked off. You got football going. Hockey's going.
MLB in the playoffs as well.
It's an interesting time to be a sports fan.
So let's talk a bit about this game. It looks like Schoneker is trying to be helped up. So a little bit more about these playoff implications. I mean, you got St. James, who's an absolutely dominant team, but I feel like Centennial's a little bit of a weaker 2 seed.
Yeah, Centennial, like I said, they squeaked out of that BM game. They just survived. Their defense is decent. I think that I don't really like their defense. Their defense isn't that good, I don't think. Their defense can play better than some of these defenses, but they're not one of the stronger ones in D10. Their offense, though, they got a lot of weapons there. Their run game's not that good. they run a similar offense as BM, except they pass a lot more than BM.
Yeah, they get a lot of gives to Brown as the quarterback, just calling his own number. Same with Frazier for BM.
Yeah, so let's see how they do in this third second place game, which we will have next week.
And now looking, is there anything that you could do to stop St. James's offense?
St. James is a good offense, but if you got a good run defense, and you can't commit to the run so much, like we saw last week. Who was it?
I believe they kept running to Tanner Nelms, but Centennial just kept committing to the run.
Centennial early on just kept committing to that run, and that just did not help them at all. They got like one stop there, and once they thought they had that run commit down, they went over the top.
No one absolutely wide open. I believe that was Szymanski on the reception. Then they hit him with a flea flicker the next possession.
A lot of trick plays there by St. James. I imagine we'll see those a lot of trick plays in their in the finals if they make it, and in their quarterfinals next week. And good sight to see. Harry Schoenecker does get up on his own feet.
Yeah, he looked really shaken up. I'm not sure how he's doing. He'll just sit down in the BM sidelines, but we will resume action here as Garvin will take it under center. Looks like he'll pitch on the read option to Keogh as he falls close to the first down. Looks like he picked up 8.
Flag on the far side. Maybe a hold, not too sure. Let's watch that on that replay. I believe it will be a hold, so that will go back. And repeat first down. Oh, legal block, my bad.
Legal block, so.
I think the guy just, I wonder if we can get that replay again, but definitely cut right under at the legs. I'm not sure who on BM that was on, but right at the legs, so they're going to call him for an illegal block.
So loose 10, it'll be 1st and 20 now as you repeat first. Lots of teams like to run out of the shotgun here in high school, but, I mean, Garvin's taken so many snaps under center for GC. Looks like Body will get to the 30-yard line.
Won't help too much.
Still second and long.
Second and about 16.
So now, you said earlier, BM's pretty much only weakness on the defense is their corners. They got to step up here on second and long.
Yeah, they got good safeties, really good linebackers. That line's pretty good. And I'm not saying their corners are bad by any means. Just sometimes
a little bit.
They let up that big play.
Well, there is that big play as it looks like Alderton is torched down there. Watching the ball, that's a big pickup for GC.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes they can give up that big play. And right there, Alderton got caught ball watching and not sticking with his man. And let's watch that on the replay. Nice read there by Peyton and finds his man. Garvin with the nice throw. That was right on the button.
If you're Alderton, though, you got to stay with your receiver. Don't get caught ball watching. I mean, I know he unloaded it, but it's 2nd and 16. I mean, you got to stop that.
I think Alderton thought he could make a play on that ball. Clearly misread that, and now big play, and you got to imagine GC's in scoring position.
So that was James Vorvis with the catch. His body breaks to the outside. He's got some room. A missed tackle on the far side. Looks like he'll bounce out to the 16-yard line. Great run by Ben Body. Another first down.
Yeah, right to the outside. It looks like GC is going to try to attack these corners here. But this defense is very good against the run. Runs to the outside might be the only way to pick up yards on in the run game, and that's all GC really does is runs to the outside. So these linebackers and defensive ends got to set the edge.
Shotgun look now.
Sorry. And these corners are going to have to make some tackles here.
Well, he's got his man wide open, but incomplete. That was Johnny Wegman.
And he had him. Wegman had that ball. Little motion there by Wegman. Had his man a bit overthrown, but you got to catch that.
Lots of space for him as well to try to make a play. Not many blocks, but lots of open field there for Wegman. It'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. High snap. Garvin will corral it. Flag down. He's going to take a shot now. It'll be incomplete.
Robinson was the target there, and he definitely... Robinson, I think, still could have made a play on that ball, but it seemed he gave up on that.
Well, the corner on there, Daner Quintero, he slipped. So he had his man just... Let's see a replay there.
But yeah, on that replay we just saw, you saw Robinson kind of gave up on that play. Don't know if he could have caught that, but he could have made a bit better of an effort.
It'll be 2nd down and 5 after the penalty. Garvin will give to Body, who's got some room.
Nice
Good tackle. That's Kieran O'Donnell, I believe, on the tackle.
They will pick up that 1st down, but O'Donnell, nice job to track Body down and get a tackle right before he made it to the end zone.
Definitely save 6 for BM.
This is about 2 yards to go until the end zone. Don't really think GC is going to take the risk of passing here.
Probably just think they'll just sneak the ball. They won't. They'll pitch outside.
Nice tackle by Perozzo. Brandon Perozzo just made a fantastic tackle there. And let's just watch that again. Pitch to the outside, and Perozzo comes all the way down from safety and makes that tackle.
So that'll bring up 2nd down.
Wow, what a tackle. That just saved 6 again. This BM defense is bending a bit, but they are not breaking.
It'll be 2nd and 1. Looks like they'll
and
go with Garvin. Looks like he's in.
At first, I thought they might get the stop. No signal yet. And they're going to get the touchdown.
So GC will go up 6-7 pending the PAT. But BM's defense, they let up that big play. That's what really burned them.
Yeah, that big passing play really burned them. And they had them on the ropes. It was 2nd and 16. And they gave up a big passing play. And after that, they ran the ball a couple of times and got it right on the goal line. A couple of nice plays by Perozzo. And we saw O'Donnell make 2 huge plays right near the goal line. But in the end, it's not enough.
Good throw by Garvin, though, to hit his man. I mean, it wasn't the best coverage there, as Meyer came really close to blocking that kick.
That was close.
But it will be 7-0 GC. But yeah, that was a good throw by Garvin to pick up that first on 2nd and 16. So now if you're BM's offense, do you change anything?
I thought they were rolling pretty good. Unfortunately, they gave up that big play and GC just came and scored. But I think the offense is doing a great job. I think they should stick to it. They're down, but they're still picking up big yards, putting together big drives. I think they can keep doing what they're doing and be successful in this game still.
So here's Frazier on first, here on his own 35. After the GC score, looks like a screen. Guardiero bobbles that.
Oh, and he fights for some yards, and he's still going.
Looks like they'll whistle it dead.
He got about 3 yards.
Good job for him to fight for some yards, though.
Let's watch this on the screen pass. Kalen drops back, throws it to Guardiero, and he got wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, and he fought for those yards.
I'm going to give him looks like 2.5 on that one. Frazier now. On 2nd, he's going to come up throwing. It's complete.
I don't know if he got the first. See where they spot this one.
Looks like he's short of the first.
Yeah, definitely short of the first.
That was John Grundy with the reception.
And they're going to bring on the kicking unit, or the punting unit.
So it'd be 3rd and 1. Don't want to give up that field position, though. It looks like that's what BM's saying.
Let's see if they fake it here. That looks like that. In my opinion, I think they should go for that, but they won't.
Decent kick there from Guardiero. It'll be fielded by Anakin Guthrie, who will break it to the far side. Nice tackling there by BM, but a good return for Guthrie.
Yeah, decent return there by Guthrie. Give his team good field position.
So BM had 10 sacks last game. You know that's got to be their strength, their D-line, their linebackers.
Oh, yeah, these guys can get after the quarterback.
Any notable guys in that line?
Kurt Valaket, number 96. He's been playing football pretty much his whole life, and he can get to the quarterback a lot. Look to see him in the backfield a lot this game.
Also, we saw Schoenecker go down, one of their good linebackers. See how that affects BM's defense. Looks like body is wrapped right up. Kalen Frazier in on that tackle. That was Kieran O'Donnell in on that tackle.
You'll see Kieran O'Donnell all over this field today. He makes a majority of this team's tackles. And trust me, you'll be seeing a lot of him today.
Good stop there by BM. We'll see another 2nd and long. Let's see if the GC will unload another deep pass like they did in 2nd and 16, the prior possession. Garvin out of the eye. Looks like they'll fake the pitch. Now they'll give. It looks like it's Wegman who is shut right down.
Decent pickup, actually, but nice job by Szymanski to get his hand on the ball carrier there, and then BM, nice team tackling there. Let's watch that there. Bit of trickery here. And watch Szymanski just get off his block and make that. Slowed him right down, and then the rest of that BM team just converged on him.
So now it's... I'm not sure what the flag was that was down. Looks like they're still marking it as 2nd.
Penalty is declined.
Okay, so we'll be 3rd down.
Penalty declines. That brings up 3rd down for GC. 3rd and 5.
Looks like these two offenses, I'm not sure if we're going to see a ton of scoring. They did look promising earlier. And looking to my right, I know you guys can't see it, but we have Schoenecker at a uniform. Looks like he'll be out for the whole game now.
And going into playoffs, you don't want to take any risks with him. We don't know how serious his injury is, but even if he was just a little banged up, you don't want to take that risk. This is an important game, but the playoffs are so much more important than this game.
Well, yeah, BM, I mean, they're not known as a good football school. They're not really familiar with the playoffs. You don't want to lose a guy like Schoenecker for that. So now BM's offense will roll out on the 26 after an all-right return there from Perozzo. Looks like Verdun's been slowed down a little bit recently by this GC defense. We'll give to him as he gets a decent gain going to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, BM's O-line is doing a nice job of making those holes for Verdun. And he's finding those holes. And he's picking up a decent 5 yards every time he gets that ball. Except a few exceptions to that.
So the ball will be marked on the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 upcoming. We'll see if they go to the air here. Looks like they'll throw a screen. It's Guardiero. And they haven't gotten too much off that screen pass, but it looks like he might have fought for that first down. We'll see what the flag was.
And it's going to be on BM. That's unfortunate. Was that penalty declined? No.
Yeah, they will decline it.
Oh yeah, they declined it. But they didn't get up. They didn't pick up that first down like we might have thought.
We'll see how Guardiero fares on his second punt now for BM. We saw Guthrie had a good punt return that pretty much sealed the deal for GC to win that game.
Oh, but a 99-yard return, and that's a high snap. Guardiero's going to have to do something with this, and he gets wrapped up.
Wow.
That's key, and
That's
Guardiero's
tough
not
for
happy.
BM. Poor snap. I believe the long snapper for BM is Riley Greer, just a high snap. Let's see, have another look at this.
Guardiero had no chance at getting that high snap.
And then he bobbled it as well, because then he could have gone, taken a safety, try to pin them back deep in their own end, just taking the extra 2 points.
Now this defense has to bail out this special teams here.
That's really tough if you're a BM, giving up that field position. And slip-ups like that can really cost you in a game.
We will get the 3-minute warning, and play will resume.
So Garvin will line up under center out of the I formation. They'll give to Ben Body. Looks like they will get that stop, second and goal upcoming.
Here in that replay, nice job. Body to the outside, trying to find a hole, but nice job by this BM defense.
You don't want to run up the middle against BM because they are just loaded up the middle. So running outside is pretty much the best option that GC can have, and they're exploiting it.
And their main running back, Ben Body, you never really see him take inside runs.
Garvin unloading Perozo, looked like he had it, but it's tipped up and caught for the touchdown for GC.
That's unfortunate there. Perozo had that ball just off his fingertips and tipped right into the hands of, I believe that was
Gabe Magyar-Santon with the reception.
just unfortunate for BM. High snap. Then that almost picked off ball. Luck's not running their way so far in this game. Still tons of time. They can't get down on themselves.
GC will look to put the PAT through, as Suleiman will convert that. But that's tough if you're BM.
Unfortunate. They got 2 minutes and 18 seconds here. Let's see if they can put a good drive together, maybe put some points on this board.
Lots of the BM players, I believe they feel like they're better than their record, but they got to show it against teams like GC. Because I've been talking to a few players, you have guys saying that St. James, that game could have gone either way. And they could have easily won that Centennial game as well. So they're claiming they're better than their record, but they're getting eaten up by GC right now.
A few unfortunate breaks. Let's see how this team... we haven't really seen them down a whole lot except in that St. James game. So let's see how they do when they're behind by 2 scores here.
So it'll be Frazier taking it. Nice play by him to absolutely run someone over. Looks like there's a shot on Frazier after the play. They'll give each other a tap, though.
Surprised there wasn't a flag there. He was clearly down. The guy just pushed him back down.
It was Joel Robinson that looks like hit him after, but Frazier gave him a tap afterwards. Second and short here for BM. Frazier. That's complete. I believe that's Wessinger now on the far side. Big pickup for BM as they get to
and the ball's out with that one out of bounds.
Did go out of bounds, so I think that'll be marked now at the 46. That's where the ball went out.
See if they put him down by contact.
They will put him down by contact at the 50.
That could have worked out in the end for them because the clock would have stopped if that ball went out of bounds, and they would have cut an extra 4 yards. But nice read there by Frazier to find Wessinger, and he had a huge hole, and he picked up, I believe, about around 20 yards there.
So 50 yards of the field for BM to march down with 1:30 to go. Let's see what they draw up. They'll give it to Verdun now as he is wrapped right up. Looks like he picked up 2 yards. Good job by GC's defense to read that play.
2 yards. That will bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Verdun had a bit of a hole, but that hole quickly got closed, as we can see in that replay there. But yeah, had a pretty decent hole, but just closed right away by this GC defense.
So now Frazier looks like he'll pass. Not great protection. It looks like he will go down. Few blocks were missed.
Now this is an interesting call here. 59 seconds left. Do you go for it? You know, maybe see what your team can, if your team can pick up this, I believe it's 13 yards on one play, but it looks like they're going to punt.
If I'm BM, I mean, I know all the people watching the game, yeah, go for it, why not? But I'd say this offense needs a spark. You need to get some points on the board before halftime.
And I think their defense can hold them. I don't think GC can march 50 yards down the field, and there's another bad snap.
That one was low.
Oh,
that
and that
ball's muffed.
And I believe
like
GC got
fell
that.
on it. Carter Bray was in the area for BM.
And that would have been huge.
That was Alec McIntyre that muffed that punt.
Fumble there. GC jumps on it to maintain possession. With just under 40 seconds to go, bring up 1st down around the 30-yard line.
I mean, that is a good point because a lot of things could go wrong on punts, as we just saw it there, but luckily GC recovered. I don't think they'll do too much with the time remaining on the clock, though.
Yeah, only 39 seconds to go.
So they'll probably just run it.
Yeah, you got to imagine they don't want to turn the ball over deep in their own territory.
Body to the outside. He's gobbled up by O'Donnell, but he still picks up a good, decent amount of yards.
Gain of about 5 or 6, give or take.
And we have a timeout. BMAC. In just a few moments.
Looks like BM will try to stop the clock to get the ball back.
McDonald's build a burger.
Yeah, because they could get this ball back, maybe take a shot downfield.
See if they get a decent return, but they do have to worry about this 2nd down upcoming. 2nd and 4. Perozo will come up to the line. No safety over the top for the Celtics.
That's an interesting decision. But
Perozo will drop back. And he's going to be wrapped right up. Good play there. I believe that was Zach Valaket coming in with the tackle there. Big sack for BM.
Definitely bluffed that blitz there because no one was back there and a hidden coverage there. And I believe that was a DB. Zach Valaket came across and made the sack. That's a huge play for BM.
You saw Perozo and I believe it was O'Donnell lining up on the line, both dropping back in coverage. Garvin didn't see anyone, got wrapped up as a result.
Yeah, a bit of a trick play on defense there by BM, and it worked out for them in the end.
So the total time taken up on that drive by GC, 11 seconds. I mean, BM might have a chance for 1 or 2 shots.
If they get a good return here, they're definitely in field goal position.
Suleiman's a decent punter, though. That one is not a fantastic punt, as that'll go out of bounds at, it looks like, the 45-yard line. 22 seconds.
I think they're going to mark it at the 44. So BM just needs one at least 15-yard play, maybe 20-yard play, and they're in field goal.
Haven't seen many shots for BM other than that one that got picked off. Mostly their throws have been screens to Guardiero, and if not, they're running the ball to Verdun.
See if they run a bit of a trick play here, maybe a fake handoff. Kalen keeps it himself.
Usually the touches are split between running backs Verdun and Zach Murch. I'm not sure Murch's availability for this game, as we haven't seen him yet. Here's Frazier. Pressure coming. Rolling left. Still rolling left.
Oh, and
That throw's incomplete. That's a tough throw to make.
I'm not sure who that was. I believe it was Shea Devlin. I think he thought Kalen was going to run with this ball.
Gave up on the play.
Because he was there, and then as you can see here on the replay, he turned back, I believe, to give Kalen a block. Wasn't sure really what was happening there. 13 seconds now.
Quarterback and receiver not on the same page. .13 seconds left here. It'll be 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Oh, and I believe someone jumped on GC.
We might as well take a shot now, as it looks like he's got Guardiero. He's got it
caught
as
that
well.
ball.
6 seconds left.
And now you got to imagine they're going to set up for the field goal. Maybe they'll take a risk and try to punch this ball in from the 20.
We haven't seen BM take that many risks earlier in this game.
That's a tough throw to make, but Kalen makes that throw. A safety right over the top, and that's a tough catch,
Yeah, it's a
too.
great catch. They're going to line up to go for it here.
But just as nice as a throw. Got to give Kalen Frazier credit for that throw.
With 6.9 seconds left in the half.
The play clock's running. Pressure's coming. Kalen
and ball
loses
comes
the
out.
ball. Oh, and now it's the BM's leaving points off the board.
Fumble recovered by GC to end the half.
And that is tough if you're BM, leaving points off of the board to end the half. But, I mean, I feel like they they believed that play would set them up for 6, but unfortunately for them, leaving points off the board. I mean, it could be possibly 14-6 as BM, they missed the field goal earlier. And
Yeah,
then that
missed
one they
that
could have
field
taken
goal.
3.
I'm not really sure. I'm not the coach. I think I would have taken the field goal there. But time was running once that ball was spotted, so they would have had to switch the units there. I believe they were out of timeouts also.
So it looks like we'll have the McDonald's Build-A-Burger out here as they'll set up for it.
Our chefs there on the field are sitting.
I mean, we have this every single, during the halftime of every single game. We've seen some not great performances in Build-A-Burger. Lots of people falling down.
That's a pickle, lettuce, bacon. Gotta have the bacon.
Looks like we'll get the Build-A-Burger started.
Okay. Our contestants ready?
So pretty much the aim of the game is you got to get all the toppings onto your other bun, it looks like, and you just got to jump on them to complete the burger. It's an absolute mess of a game.
And the pickle looks like it's going to be placed there first. One takes mayo. Looks like that pepperoni or ketchup or whatever that is placed down. Bacon's put down. Bacon's put down again. Mayo this time from the second side.
Looks
Closest to us. Here comes
looks like the
patty.
near side has the advantage. They've only got 2 toppings left.
They got that patty. Hopefully they don't fall. I think that's a pickle. Not too sure.
Yeah, not sure what these ingredients are.
Here comes with the cheese.
Oh, that's
And it's going to come down to the
sealed.
and it's done. It's done. Guy didn't even get the patty on, and he still let us over across the field. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't leave the lettuce at it there. I mean, come on.
He
That's
totally, or that's relish. Not really too sure.
not sure what the ingredients are, but you can't leave an ingredient out
Definitely
there.
left an ingredient, and poor Patty never got the full experience of being a hamburger
Yeah,
because that relish was just left out.
that's disappointing. But either way, it looks like the ones in the gray sweaters will take this one home. decent burger building performance from them. So let's talk a little bit more about D10 football, as BM's in a not so favorable position, down 14 at the half.
Yeah, and they do not want to play St. James in this quarterfinal weekend because that could be the end of their season, and they know they can beat St. They do not know they can beat St. James.
So this is what BM's thinking. Last year was supposed to be their year, all their players going into grade 12, and then not a fantastic performance last year. I believe they only won one game. And then this year, all their grade 12 stayed for 12 plus. So this is now the big year for BM to see if their football program has a big boom or a big bust here.
And I think if they can get against St., they could easily make the D10 finals. I'm not sure about St. James.
That's a position you want to be, because in the finals, you could think series of events, anything could happen. Bounces go your way as an underdog. It's possible, but if you play a team like Centennial, which you're confident your team can win, then you got a great chance going to the finals.
Because they had a 21-point lead against Centennial, and they just fell apart at halftime. Here, they're going to have to get a good speech coming out of halftime, and in the second half, they're going to have to perform.
Series of errors from BM. I mean, the high snap, that's really unfortunate.
The high snap really killed them. Almost picked there. Wouldn't really call that an error, just
unfortunate that the ball looks like it went off
of
Perozzo's hands, and it pretty much fell right into the GC player's breadbasket. I mean, that's really unfortunate for BM. Looking over at the GC sideline, I wouldn't say for the score, I wouldn't say it's so representative of the way they're dominating. I wouldn't say they're really dominating this game.
No, they had the one drive they put together, great on them. Nice job. That was BM had them though up against the fence, 2nd and 16.
Yeah.
And they just let off a huge play.
There was a little bit of an error, but I believe the corner was Alderton, who just let his man slip right by him for the big gain.
Yeah, just unfortunate for them. And then after that play, a big run by Body. And then a couple of other nice runs from Body, and they were right on the goal line.
You could just easily punch in with Garvin on the sneak. But yeah, Body's really the key to this offense. But if you get the passing game going, GC's offense is pretty hard to stop if they can mix in a few runs in there with that. Looking at BM's offense, what they really love to do is let Kalen Frazier call his own number, and he's really been wrapped up when he's called his own number and taken off at the quarterback position.
Yeah, he hasn't ran the ball too much himself this game. A couple of nice passes. One mistake on that pick, overthrew it just a bit. But he put his team late in that, you got to think, late in that half, he threw an absolute dime to Guardiero. That was such a nice throw, nice catch, and that's got to give the team a bit of momentum.
So BM's defense, their line is what's really defines their defense, I'd say. They haven't really showed it off too much. Has been Body once he gets it to the outside. They can't really do much about that. Their corners have to step up at that point.
Yeah, their corners really got to step up. And their D ends aren't playing terrible here. They're setting a decent edge there. Body's just so quick he can make it to the edge really fast.
Great first step for him. But yeah, they just got to make those tackles on the outside, run a Body, and then once you could stop the run, GC's passing game, I wouldn't say it's that good.
No, we haven't really seen that. GC's played on here every week, and their passing game isn't really that elite.
No, it's definitely not established. I mean, their offense runs through the running game, and their offense does a good job to create some lanes for Body as he just bounces outside, trying to stop the defense from setting the edge. I mean, if GC gets the run game going, their offense is hard to stop. I wouldn't say their defense is super great, though, as, I mean, BM's having a few troubles trying to get down the field.
Yeah, their defense isn't playing terrible, I wouldn't say. They're doing a good job sticking in this game, not really allowing BM to give up. They're not allowing BM to make that huge play down the field. BM's had a couple of, 20-yard plays.
I don't say BM's really taking a chance to try to go down the field, though, either.
Yeah, that's true. BM took that one shot, Frazier, to, at the end of that half, we saw Frazier to Guardiero.
Yeah,
that
good play.
Nice play. Huge pickup. They've done some nice things. They've gotten some decent yards on some plays, some 20-yard plays, but they haven't really strung it all together once they're in the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, that pick also really hurt them as well as, I mean, they were in field goal range. They could have punched a score in, and then also missing out the one missed field goal by Guerriero, and then at the end of the half opting to go for it, and Frazier getting wrapped up. So this game could have gone BM's way. You never know, but a few unfortunate plays, and they're down in this game by 2 scores. But I wouldn't rule them out because they could definitely, if they get a few stops, get the offense rolling. If Frazier gets going while calling his own number, he could really, BM's offense could really take off.
Yeah, let's see what they decide to do this quarter. I imagine they'll be all right here. I think they can put points on the board. I don't think they're going to come out here and just blow the Gales away. I believe this is going to be a game that comes down to whoever has the ball last.
BM hasn't really had too many problems on defense either, but even if they do, you guys have guys, Kalen Frazier, he could drop back, play linebacker. Ryan Matisse, he could drop back, play linebacker as well.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys who can play both ways. See what they opt to do, though. Once this game gets close, you got to imagine you got to put the best players on the field.
Mm-hmm. And that's tough for BM because they lost one of their best players, Harry Schoenecker, as he could play tight end in the offense. We've seen him take a few snaps. He's taken snaps at running back before, and he knows how to play safety. He plays Sam linebacker for this team.
He can also play corner there. He can do a lot for this team.
Really
A very fast guy.
But yeah, that's really tough to have him out as he's a presence on their defense. I wouldn't be too worried, though, because their linebacking core is still pretty good. Kieran O'Donnell spearheading the linebacking core for BM.
And BM doesn't get really a lot of credit for this because you don't always see some of these players. They got a pretty deep team here. Compared to other teams, some teams like Lourdes can't even field like a solid 22 guys who can play. They play about 15 guys, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, Lourdes, we always joke whenever they're changing for special teams, you see 3 guys come off and 3 guys come on.
And same with when they're on defense, about maybe 4 guys come on, 4 guys come off.
Yeah, I mean, you have your quarterback playing, St. Hilaire, he literally plays every snap.
He plays linebacker.
He holds, he punts, he plays quarterback. I mean, he does everything. He even got a pick in the first game against Centennial. He's not a bad linebacker. So GC will get the ball here to start out this second half. Guerriero to kick off for BM. Line drive kick. That'll slice to the right. Again. Will be picked up. Ball is loose. Looks like GC jumped on it, though. Big hit. I believe that was Brandon Meyer that smoked the guy. We'll see on the replay.
His helmet looked like it went right into that ball, and that ball popped right out.
So GC jumps in it. Luckily for them, because they've had a muff punt, then they bobble this kickoff, pick it up, fumble.
Yeah, they're getting some breaks here. And BM can't get frustrated because they're playing a decent game here.
Let's see what GC's offense comes out with. So it's a shotgun look. Garvin. He'll be wrapped right up. That's Enzo Najo on the run.
About a 5-yard gain there.
GC's also got multiple running backs. Not only Ben Body, but they've got Enzo Najo. They've got Johnny Wegman, who's taken quite a few snaps. They could also give the ball to Keogh, who plays fullback for them as well.
Yeah, when Body gets the ball, you'll mostly see them run to the outside. Never really inside with him, and all those other guys usually take it right up the gut in their short yardage situations and things like that.
They put Najo and Wegman, looks like, for the short yardage situations, as that ball is unloaded but overthrown as Perozzo was coming over top as the safety. Carter Bray on the coverage.
Yeah, it looked like a wheel route there, and it might have fooled Bray a bit. but Bray stuck right with him. Nice job there, as you can see.
Proza gives
On
McIntyre a
that
little bit of a
replay.
bump.
Yeah, an interesting route, but credits to Garvin. He knew exactly where his receiver was going to be, but just overthrew that a bit.
So now BM will get the ball back. Their defense, for the most part, once GC's in a little bit worse field position, they could shut them right down, with the exception of that 2nd and 16 play, as we'll see BM get the ball back off this punt from Suleiman. That'll be fielded by Grundy. He'll look for some room. John Grundy, he's got a lane now at midfield.
Nice return there by Grundy.
Looks like that ball was going out of bounds, and then Grundy will spin that to the GC 53-yard line.
And a nice block by Peroso, the other returner there, to create that hole for John Grundy.
So a good return here for BM, as they will have decent field position. Let's see if their offense can finally put some points on the board. Looks
And
like
flags on the play. Will be on the offense, I believe.
offside. It looks like the slot back jumped. It's a hard count from Frazier. Yeah, false start on the offense. Still first down, but they'll lose 5. It'll be 1st and 15. Oh yeah, it was looks like the left tackle there for BM. False start. So here's Frazier. Frazier throwing. He's got Verdun.
Nothing there. Oh, but
He's
he
going
keeps
to bounce
going.
off it. Nice. Looks like tackle on the feet there on Verdun. Daniel Nguyen on the tackle.
And just watch that Verdun. I thought he was wrapped up right here, but spun right out of that, and Nguyen with a nice tackle.
Still lose. Looks like 1 on the play. Here's Frazier unloading. He's got Guardiero.
Oh, and right through
incomplete.
his hands. He had that.
He had his man. Great throw there from Frazier. Look, it literally just went right through his hands. I can't even say anything else. I mean,
That was a nice throw by Frazier. And watch that. Right through his hands. That's unfortunate for BM.
he knows that that's a missed opportunity for BM, and they've had a few of those, and that's why GC's up.
Now they're going to rely on this defense again.
Decent kick there from Guardiero. Here's Guthrie. He is wrapped right up. That's Ryan Matisse on the tackle. It's an all right return, but good tackle by Matisse to stop that.
Now let's watch this BM defense and see what they can do here. They're going to have to come up, maybe make a play here.
We've gotten a few 2-and-outs, though, to credit BM's defense.
As long as they don't give up that big play. Like I said, their corners sometimes give up that big play. They can't do that. So they're doing a great job of stopping this run game.
They'll go back to the run game. Its body will try to bounce outside. A few shifty moves. Looks like 2nd and 5 upcoming.
I don't know if you noticed, but Kalen Frazier is playing linebacker at the moment. I mean, is he playing linebacker or is he playing end? I can't really see. I believe he's playing middle linebacker in place of Harry Schoenecker right now.
Either way, he is playing both sides of the ball.
You see him at Sam linebacker there.
So now here's GC on second. They're going to pass. That's incomplete. Looking for body. Brandon Meyer on the coverage.
And now again, GC will punt. Not getting much done on offense.
Another 2 and out.
Especially in the second half. In the first half, they were doing perfectly fine. Scored 2 touchdowns, but now this BM defense is showing up.
That's BM's strong suit, their defense, and it's really showing in this game, keeping them in it. 2 and outs on the last 2 GC possessions. Here's the punt from Suleiman. And that's right in the middle of the GC bench. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like the 37 is where BM will start out their possession.
Let's hear for both teams, folks. Have a good day. Let's hear for our GCVI drum line and the Gale cheerleading squad.
Now BM will get a chance here to put their first points up on the board. They will start at the 37-yard line.
You've seen when they've taken shots to Guardiero, I mean, Frazier's hit him with great passes twice now.
Yeah, and one he caught, one he just didn't catch. Unfortunate.
Here's a great lane for Spencer Verdun, who will break this on the near side. Still going, great pickup for Verdun.
Brought it all the way down to the 44-yard line, 43 maybe. Let's see where they spot this ball. But a great run there, and that puts this BM team on GC's side of the field.
Nice move there from Verdun, getting the GC side of the field.
Made that move, found the hole, and just ran that ball all the way down to the 43. Now let's see what BM does here on 1st and 10.
Frazier. Still rolling to his left. Frazier's going to throw complete. John Grundy on the BM sideline.
Not a huge game, but did pick up some yards there on 1st down, and I think they'll give him about 4 yards here. Actually, totally wrong by me. About 8 yards.
So yeah, actually a good pickup there for BM.
That's a lot better of a pickup now.
Yeah, you couldn't really see it on that far sideline from our angle. But yeah, that's a good pickup for BM. Looks like a good choice for Calum to throw instead of opting to run, as he'll have a 2nd and short upcoming. They'll give to Verdun on 2nd and short, who has a big hole, but a great tackle there to stop that. I believe that was Najot.
Najot did a great job. Verdun had a huge hole. Let's watch that on this replay here. Here comes Najot. Gets right off his block and makes that tackle.
Verdun definitely could have made it to the 20 if he wasn't tackled there. He had so much space.
But they did pick up the 1st down. That's the key here.
Their offense will keep rolling, as we'll have a split backfield as Frazier will keep. Frazier's got a big lane. Down to the 10. 1st and goal upcoming now for BM after Frazier calls his own number, and that play will finally work.
Well, let's watch that there. The fake to Verdun, and he has a huge hole here. He doesn't really even get touched until he gets down to that 10-yard line.
So now BM can put points on the board. Looks like a timeout is called, but yeah, big play for the Celtics.
An injured player on the field. That's Owen Sterling, I believe. And he will get up on his own feet. Walk out on his own power.
This brings up 1st and goal for BM.
Now, if you're BM, I mean, I know you want to get points on the board, but you really do not want to settle for 3 here after a good drive.
It's been a solid drive. Definitely don't want to settle for 3.
The running game's worked on this drive. Do you go back to Verdun? They will not. They'll go to Frazier. Frazier still going out at the 4, maybe the 3-yard line.
And I don't know about you, but I think this, now they're at the 3, the ball will be marked. If it gets to 3rd down, what are you doing?
I'm probably going for it. I want the 6. I mean, if you're BM, I know you're confident in your offense that you could probably do that again, maybe take the 3, but still, you want to end this this drive off in a major if you're BM. Already leaving points off the board earlier in this game. They'll give to Verdun. He's going to be wrapped up. And now this changes things. I believe the ball's going to be spotted at the 5 BM sideline. Looks like they're not budging, though.
Number 26, the ball carrier, Spencer Vernon. Met by several.
Yeah, nice job by that GC defense. Just wrapped Verdun up before he even got that ball. They were there. Nice job by that D-line that we talked so much about in the beginning of this game.
So now we'll see what BM goes to here. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Big play upcoming. It's going to be Frazier. He's going to be wrapped up, still going. He's still fighting, and he's going to be down just short at the 2.
I thought just for a minute he might have gotten in there, but nice job by this GC defense. They got to him right away, and he pushed for about 5 or 6 yards maybe even.
It'll be marked down at the 2, but now GC's offense is stalled, and BM, I mean, this is great field position for if you're BM. They punt it away, and assuming you get a 2 and out, you get the ball back at like GC's 50-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think that was a terrible decision. I think that was a very good decision by the BM coaching staff to go for it there, because now they're going to be playing with that short field. But let's see when they punt if they take that 2-point safety that we've seen so many times at D10.
That is another good point, as they will run to body. This is wrapped up at about the 9-yard line.
But you got to be happy if you're getting that safety also, because you do get 2 points and then you get that ball back to make another march down the field.
And BM has marched down the field a few times, as we've seen this game. Let's see if they keep to the run game. They'll pitch it to body. He's going to pick up a few yards as Perozo will wrap him right up.
That's a big play there by GC. It gets them off their own goal line.
I believe there was a flag down.
And it's enough for a first down. Louisville's changed.
So I believe they said that's a face mask on the defense. That's tough for BM now.
I didn't really see the face mask on that replay, but it's a 15-yard penalty, and that's tough. First and 10.
It's body to the outside, tackled by O'Donnell.
Oh, and that
Ball's
ball came
loose.
out. I think
I think they
the
blew
ground.
it down, though.
Jarred that ball loose.
There's been about 4 fumbles that GC's recovered every single one.
BM's arguing this. I don't think the ref's going to budge, though.
So it'll be second down upcoming, only picking up 2 on that last play. There's a pass deep,
And
way
he
overthrown.
had him. I believe
That was Wegman that was wide open, but he was overthrown.
BM was in zone there, and no one picked up Wagman. So not too bad of field position to punt from. BM won't have the greatest field position, as they would have hoped.
Yeah, that good run from Body and the face mask killed the field position as well. But BM does still have a chance on the return. Time's running short for them because we are close to the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left here in the third. They got to punch in a score sometime as Perozzo fields his punt. Perozzo looking for room. He's wrapped up. There's a flag down.
See what this flag is for. It will be on
Looks like
BM.
BM.
Ref, a bit of confusion, was pointing both ways.
Yeah, he pointed to GC. He pointed for it to be against the kicking team, GC, initially, but then he changed his mind. I don't know. That'll bring BM back. Let's see what Frazier in the offense has now. Coming up with an empty trip last time, being stopped on the 2 on 3rd and goal, as Verdun will pick up 4 on that one. Actually, it'll only be 2, my bad.
See what they can do in second here.
See if they take another shot to Guardiero. Frazier looking for an option. He's going to take off. Frazier's going to get the first, and it looks like a lot more. He loses the ball, and it's recovered by GC.
So unfortunate. That was a huge gain. A 19-yard gain it would have been, and that ball just comes out. Another unfortunate bounce for this BM team.
I don't know if it was hit and it got jarred out. It didn't really look like it. Let's see. Looks like when he's pushing his blocker.
Oh, their hand comes in. I believe that's Najot. And that ball comes out.
I believe that was Owen Sterling on the recovery. And GC's got to be cooking now because they I guess they get the ball back from BM, and they have all right field position starting at the 51 of BM.
Time probably will run out in this quarter. Last play will be here.
Here's Garvin, rolling to his right. Oh, and missed tackle there as Garvin's going to take off and slide for close to a first down. Looks like a first down. That was Zach Valaket who just missed that sack there.
Yeah, so close. Just missed it. Let's watch this on the replay. Garvin dropped back. Didn't have many options there and just missed. Valaket just missed that sack. Unfortunate. And they will switch sides here, I believe. Refs are talking about something. And I believe there's going to be a flag on GC.
Looks like he's signaling for a hold. We will switch sides, though, I believe. So it looks like we're going to run the last play once again.
After this play, they will switch sides.
So 2nd and 16. Garvin rolling. He's going to take this one.
Nice
and he's
tackle
wrapped right
there.
up.
A
Flag
flag,
is
and that's going to
down.
be on that late hit, I believe. Someone on BM came in late there. Let's see there. Watch this right at the end of that play. See a guy come in, and that's going to be unnecessary roughness, I believe, against BM.
You can't be taking a penalty like that. I mean, he's down. It's 2nd down and long. You're getting the ball back.
Unnecessary roughness, piling on the defense. 15-yard penalty. It'll be first down, and it'll be
And that's a killer.
starting of the 4th quarter. How's everyone doing? Everyone having a good time?
That is a tough pill to swallow if you are BM.
Just a reminder, in Alumni Stadium, there is no smoking and no e-cigarettes allowed within the stadium. If caught, you will be removed immediately. I'm looking at you. I should say that, and I'm looking at you.
We will start this 4th quarter off.
So it'll be 1st and 10 after the piling on penalty. And the ball is loose. Hold on, it'll be recovered by GC, but that'll kill field position. So after that play, it'll be 2nd and very long.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate bounce there.
Looked like there's a few Celtics around that. They couldn't recover it, bobbled around for a little bit. Finally, someone on GC found that football, as that'll be tossed out in the flat to Wegman. He is smoked by O'Donnell. There's another flag, though.
That can't be on the hit. I think that's a hit.
There's no
on the quarterback, maybe. Let's watch this.
There's no way it was on the hit.
No, watch. I thought they were going to call it on a D lineman on a BM, but no one touched the quarterback.
Yeah, the only one near the quarterback was Kurt Balaket, and he was just fighting off his block.
It seems like they're going back.
BM's gotten like 3 stops on 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 10 now.
I'm not too sure what that flag was on. Call was already made.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was on. I couldn't tell you.
It might have been on that hit, but I don't think the BM
there's
coaching really
no
knows what that was
way.
about.
There's no way it was on that hit. That was a fine hit. That was just O'Donnell finishing the play.
And clearly the BM coach is not happy about that, having a discussion with the refs.
I wouldn't be either. You've been robbed of a few 2nd down stops.
Now the ref says something to the GC players.
Oh,
so that's going to be
like
3rd
yeah,
down.
It'll be a loss of down.
So that penalty doesn't do too much to affect it.
No, just field position, really.
Let's see if they go for the rouge here. Or if they will bring the field goal unit out. Doesn't look like they will.
So it'll be Suleiman punting it away. That is a very short kick.
I think they might be trying to pin BM here.
It's picked up by O'Donnell. It'll be at the 15 where he's tackled.
And there's a flag on the play.
there is a flag on this play. And it's going to be against GCVI.
See how many yards it is. It'll only be 5 yards.
No yards call against GC. BM will start at the 20-yard line. First attempt.
So now BM's got to come up with the drive. They're running out of time. 10 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Rolling to his right, got a man wide open.
Just missed him.
Overthrown.
The ref looked to be knocked down on that play.
He's still down.
Oh my.
See if he's all right, because he went to get up and then just fell over again.
Yeah, that was scary.
Put his hat on as if he's staying back in the game. Let's see.
Give a round of applause for our ref here, folks.
So if you're Kalen Frazier, passes like that out in the flat, hitting your man, you got to complete those passes.
Oh yeah, he had Wessinger wide open there, just couldn't make it.
There's no GC defenders on that side of the field either. He had some room to run. Frazier under pressure. Oh, he's taken down though. And that is a big play for GC, as it looks like BM will come up punting.
This game's going to be really tough for BM to get back in if they keep punting this ball away.
Well, now
and here they have to.
They've left 2 field goals off the board. They missed another field goal as well. So it could be 14-9 if you're looking at it that way. But I wouldn't really fault the coaches on not taking that last
and here,
opportunity.
You might think they have to take the safety here, but they don't really have an option to take that safety.
I would trust in your defense.
Guardiero has a lag on him.
I would punt the ball away and trust your defense can get a stop.
They've had 2 bad snaps on these punts in this game, so let's see if how this one is. And they're going to need a good one, and it was a bad one again. But luckily, Guardiero managed to get it off. Took a favorable bounce there.
McIntyre will take it. Great move by McIntyre.
But nice job by this BM punt team.
Let's hear a replay on that punt return, because that was a fantastic move by McIntyre. I believe it was on Meyer.
There's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
It's a face mask. I'm not sure. I mean, they're not moving the spotting of the ball, so. I mean, time isn't as big of a factor as it would be, say, with American rules, because you got the 3-minute warning to fall back on. But I mean, GC, they could run the ball, just run the clock out. So you need to stop quickly here if you're BM.
Yeah, you should like a stop here, because you got to march down a decent amount of field here. Like, they got a lot of field to go, even if they get a stop here. Because that punt would at least pin them. You got to think at least to the 30.
Yeah, Suleiman's a good punter. He has a pretty good leg. Depending on the return, yeah, you could really pin them.
BM's going to maybe need to make a play here.
So the face mask will actually be enforced on BM, and that'll be 15 yards, I believe.
And now that's even worse position for them. Now this defense needs to get a...
desperately, I'd say.
Yeah, it needs to get a turnover here desperately. 9-10 to go in this game.
Or at least just absolutely shut the offense down to the point where they can't even get to the 30 to try to set up a field goal from Suleiman. They're going to run the ball right up the gut, but BM will stop that. for a gain of only 1. So now this is a big play upcoming to determine the outcome of this game. It'll actually be a pick before.
Yeah, if they can, they might need to push GC back here. I'm not really sure about how, I'm not sure how good this kicker is, but we haven't really seen him kick a deep field goal yet.
They'll give it to McIntyre. He will not pick up the first.
Nice job by Kieran O'Donnell to get that stop. Let's watch that replay here. This little reverse there, and O'Donnell just comes and plugs that hole. McIntyre.
Actually, will get the first down, though.
That seems like a generous spotting of the ball.
I'd say so. I mean, it looked like he barely got over the 30, but they're going to give him a first down, and that could kill this game for BM, put the lights out.
They need a turnover here, or they need a big sack to put him back a lot.
So I would trust most kickers' legs from this distance for sure in D10, as they'll give to Najot.
And that's what they need right there. This would be around a 32-yard field goal as of right now.
So it'll be at the 31, and the drop back would be 7, so about 38 yards.
They can't.
But let's see what happens on this play.
Yeah, GC could easily get this first down and then be right in scoring position. And that would be lights out for BM. Big play here.
Garvin. Oh my goodness, they might have the stop they need.
And Callan Martin with a huge sack there. They're going to be way back at the 40. That takes him out of field goal range. What a play there by Callan Martin.
Looked like they must have missed their blocking assignment because Martin was absolutely unblocked.
Garvin here runs into his running back, and then he sees Martin coming and just panics, it seems.
Martin just shook his block. I thought they might have missed their blocking assignment, but that was, I believe, Mason that got torched with that block.
And that's a huge play. Oh, and that tipped off his foot. That's off his foot. That's live.
Oh my goodness, that looks like that's GC ball. That's GC ball.
Flag on the play. There's a flag, and that looks like it's going to be against GC.
Oh yeah, Guthrie's complaining that he is not happy. I believe this is, I don't know.
Fumble by BM on the return there, recovered by GC, but there's a flag on the play.
This flag might just bail out this BM team.
We'll see what it is. Maybe it was after the play. I'm not sure what it was.
Let's watch this one more time. Grundy's going to let this ball go, and it just unfortunately tips off his foot. See if this is going back. These penalties are going to offset, it seems. So now that play does stand, and
that's probably going to kill the game for BM, I'd say. Unless they can make a play here.
They need a play here.
And I don't see GC putting the ball in the air for sure. I see them just running the ball.
You got to think they just got to run this ball here. Let's see where this ball's spotted right at the 5, so you got to imagine they're just going to run this ball.
Yeah, even 3 points would kill BM, as it make it a 3-score game. Garvin, the pitch, Najot. That's Meyer on the tackle.
Meyer wrapped him up, and I believe Daner's the one who took him down.
Number 40, the ball carrier, Najot.
Nice job there by Brandon Meyer.
So BM will call timeout.
Golf Griffins football team returns home right here to Alumni Stadium on Saturday, October the 20th.
I think BM called a timeout.
1 p.m. versus the Waterloo Warriors.
This is definitely not what you wanted if you're BM. I mean, so many unfortunate mishaps for, I mean, the muff punt there. And then there's so many fumbles that they could have jumped on, not jumping on any of those opportunities.
So many fumbles. They just had a huge play by Callan Martin to take this this Gills team out of field goal range, and just so unfortunate. Off that punt return, just hit off Grundy's foot.
And that bounced right out, like it rocketed off his foot into no man's land. GC was the first one to get there.
And now you got to think BM, we were saying they had to make a play last possession. They made that huge play. Now they have to make a play. They need a turnover here. They cannot go down 3 scores.
GC is going to be super safe with the ball, I'd assume. No reason I'd go to the air, which they do, but it's complete. Oh, that's poor
dropped.
coverage. It was poor coverage. They're going to call it.
Frazier just made a great play there. Knocked that ball right out of Collins' hands.
Yeah, they're going to call it incomplete. He was wide open.
Look at that, but Frazier comes in right after and gets that ball out. Never had possession of the ball, and that's a big play. Now let's see what GC does here. If I'm them, I'm bringing out the kicking team.
For sure, I would not even risk missing out.
Because BM just stopped you twice on the 5-yard line. You got 0 yards there, and you have a chance to go up 3 scores. Take that.
He had the opportunity with Lourdes to go up 2 scores. They opted not to, and that's what cost them the game.
Yeah, and now they're not in the playoffs because of that play.
So from the right hash is Suleiman.
BM would like to get a block here, and they might need it. And they jumped offside. And they got it.
They do get a block. That is so
They're
unfortunate
offside,
for
though.
BM.
They're offside.
Looks like Perozzo jumped. Perozzo knows it as well. Perozzo definitely knows it.
The BM sideline is not happy about that.
They got the block, and he jumped offside. That's so unfortunate.
And that's going to move them.
That was a game saver, and oh my goodness.
And now it's 1st and goal.
So many.
How unfortunate.
Like,
now GC has a chance to score at, I believe, now the 3-yard line, 2-yard line. Can't really
between
see.
the hashes. That's tough for Perozzo. He's played a great game so far at safety. He's had a few unfortunate things happen to him, like that offside and that pick that went off his hands.
But he's also made a couple of key tackles for this team in this game.
Yeah, he's one of BM's better players, anchoring this defense from the safety position. That's just really tough for him to see that happen to BM. Just another nail struck through BM's hearts. Jeez, I mean, they got the block that they needed. They made the play, but jumped offside. That's really tough. Looks like the refs are still talking about this.
Oh,
Joe puts the ball on the ground. He does recover it, though. Few close calls there for GC. There's another flag down, it looks like.
See who this is on and what for.
While this is being discussed, let's give a big round of applause to all our coaches and volunteers. Everyone who puts
So yeah, I mean, BM
all the effort into both teams.
also, they've got to note that through the series, these 2 drives that GC's had, That's taken 5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, you got to remember this drive started at, I believe it was 9:10. There's 5 minutes to go now in this game.
Yeah, I guess about 4 minutes left on the clock, or 4 minutes taken off the clock just by these two drives. GC still hasn't punched any points in.
Did this drive start? I don't know if I'm just. Did this drive start at the beginning of the fourth?
I'm not sure, but the ball is thrown up and incomplete. I don't know. Carter Bray turned his back to the ball. Possibly pass interference could have been called there, but it'll be third down.
I'm not sure. Let's watch this play first. Low snap there. Still gets the pass off. And see right there, Bray did turn his head for that slight second, so he will not get the flag. But I think this drive started at the beginning of the fourth, I want to say.
Yeah, the drive before the muff punt. That you mean?
Yeah, and then they punt. Yeah, well, they've had the ball this whole fourth.
So yeah, they've really killed the clock on this one. BM, they need another block. They will split the uprights there.
And that should seal the game.
We'll see what BM's offense can do. If they're going to do anything, they're going to need to do it in a hurry.
4:37 to go. It's still possible, but highly unlikely.
They do have the 3-minute warning on their side, but they haven't put any points up in this game so far. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's just not the ideal time to start. So here's Frazier trying to lead his offense to a score and possibly the 3 seed. It's going to be really tough as he goes out to his running back Verdun, who has a lot of room. Here's Verdun out to midfield, flag on the play.
See who that's against.
I don't know if it was a hold possibly. I didn't really see it.
Let's watch that. Nice pass here to Verdun.
Verdun's been having a great game.
Yeah, he's had a couple of good 20-yard runs. A nice pass and catch there. I mean, a pass catch and then a run there.
They're going to bring it back. It looks like it's a hold, so it will be a first down, but the ball will come back to the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 5. Oh,
no, it'll be 1st and 10, yeah, as they move the chains.
That hold was on that run. Didn't happen before the pass.
Frazier, lots of flags out. False start possibly.
I think the slot backs went early there.
We'll see what the flags are for.
I can almost imagine it's a false. Oh, it's on the defense. That will be 1st and 5 now.
I was imagining it was on the offense because they would have given BM a free play there, but I guess the ball wasn't snapped. But the clock is still rolling now, down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Frazier.
Oh, and he's
Ball's
hit when
batted.
that ball.
Or sorry, his arm was hit and the ball fluttered incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Clock will stop though. And watch that here. Here comes the pressure. Right when Killen's about to throw, he gets hit. Nice play by that D-line that we talked so much about in this game.
So now here's Frazier, approaching the 3-minute warning. He'll go to Guardiero, high throw, 1st down and more. Guardiero still going is Guardiero, down to the 44-yard line of GC.
And I imagine we will get the 3-minute warning now.
Number 8, BM. Moving the chains, that brings up first down.
Here's that pass there. Frazier just finds Guardiero a bit high. He makes one man miss. Nice block by Matisse there, and then they all converge and tackle him, but he got a couple yards once he was wrapped up there.
So the 3-minute warning will start. If I was BM, I'd be hurrying it up.
Yeah, they need 3 scores here, so.
Good job by Frazier to avoid the first sack, but he will be brought down. That's Owen Sterling.
Yeah, pressure comes right away there.
Frazier's down right now.
Here, BM, that's your only quarterback.
Yeah, do they even have a backup?
I'm not sure they have a backup, and I believe if they do, it's going to be Nick Guardiero.
And he's probably your best receiver.
And it's his ankle he points to.
We'll take a short break while he recovers. So Frazier will make his way back up.
And I believe Guardiero will come into the game as this team's quarterback.
We'll see how he does, how he fares at quarterback.
'Cause now he's going from receiver now to quarterback. He's got to make those play calls.
And I mean, I guess he doesn't have himself to throw to.
Perozzo will come into the game as a receiver, though. Very explosive. Returns the kicks for this BM team.
Yeah, very good player for BM. Very expendable player for BM. He could play pretty much anywhere. Guardiero will keep for himself. Looking to get off the tackle. He will get out of bounds.
Don't think he got that, though, but he did get out of bounds, stop the clock, and BM's probably going to go for it here.
I would say you probably have to here.
And you got to think Guardiero's probably going to run a couple of times. They don't really want to see him passing, but he did play quarterback his first 2 years here at BM.
Yeah, he played quarterback. I believe he quarterbacked the junior varsity team for his first 2 years at BM.
And false start on, I think that might be on GC. A lot of movement, though. Let's see who'll move first. Let's watch that right there.
Yeah,
and it was GC.
We'll see if that's what the ref saw.
And he did.
Indeed what the ref saw, and that's big for BM, as that'll be a first down.
Moves the sticks. So Guardiero doing an all right job.
Yeah, he's got the first down, I guess. Not the way you want to get a first down off a penalty, but they still got it. It's now a shotgun look here for Guardiero. They'll give to Verdun.
Got to think they're going to run this ball a lot. And Guardiero comes to push that pile.
Respect that.
And that's a decent gain. Let's see where they spotted. I believe 6 or 5. And they will give them about 5.5. Or maybe 7.
Approaching 2 minutes now.
Yeah, 7-yard gain. Little mistake there.
See if they run the ball again. See if Guardiero takes or it'll be Verdun. It will be Verdun.
And did he get the first?
Don't think so.
Don't think so. I don't know. Sometimes we say that and then we look where the ball's spotted in.
Yeah, sometimes there's generous spots. Sometimes you just can't see from up here.
And I believe he just brought it back to the line of scrimmage.
Minute 30 here to go for BM, and now you just want to put a score on the board, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely, but they're going to go for it here on third. And the sneak, and Guardiero's got that and a bit more.
You don't want to see Frazier go down. You already had Schoenecker go down, and they're most likely going to face St. James now. So yeah, not a great showing there from BM's offense.
There's the run to pick up the first down by Guardiero.
So it'll be a fresh set of downs here after the conversion by Guardiero on his own. They'll give to Verdun. Verdun is met with a big tackle there, but I think he swung down to the 10.
Yeah, that tackle right there, I'm not sure who that was by, but swung him about 3 more yards. Let's watch that. Gets the whole big hit, but he spins off that, and that kind of looked like a horse collar to me.
Yeah, but they will not call that, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Guardiero. Once again, a give to Verdun. He'll fall over the 5-yard line, first down for BM.
Looks like the running's doing pretty effective with Guardiero in, and they know the run's coming too, which is the worst part.
I believe BM knew that after Frazier went out, they're probably not going to win this game, I guess, because the clock just keeps running. They just keep running to Verdun. Because they've really ran down this clock on this possession.
So 37 seconds to go in this game. Someone called a timeout. I believe it will be charged to BM.
So now that's tough if you're BM, because playing St. James next week, that's a tough task. I'm not sure if they could really stop St. James.
And we will see St. James in our next game at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, they'll be playing Lourdes, who lost to GC to pretty much kill their playoff hopes. I know we've talked a lot about BM as it's their first game on the Friday Night Lights, but let's not take away from what GC's done this game, because they played very well in gaining this lead as that pass is batted down.
Unfortunate, the pressure came right to Guardiero there. Looked like he had a man, but the pressure was just too much and it got batted away. Well, could have been picked off too.
So it looks like it'll be 2nd down here.
Second and goal.
Here's Guardiero. He'll look to pass.
Had a man just underthrown.
Yeah, that was Perozzo that he was looking for. Yeah, incomplete, just underthrown.
Just short there. Let's see if they kick this. But their holder, Frazier, is out, so I imagine they'll go for this.
You might as well go for this. Just why not? I mean, 3 points isn't going to do anything good. 6 won't either, but might as well just go for it. Keep the offense out in the field. Guardiero. He'll throw way too high, intended for Grundy.
And that will be a turnover on downs. But this game is pretty much over.
Oh, yeah, it is over. GC, I mean, they did what they wanted to do. That not maybe the way they drew it up, as they gained points off a few, the missed, the high snap on the punt as well.
High snap.
And then the muff punt when BM still had a chance in this game.
Really?
Scores weren't the way they wanted it to come, but they did do what they wanted to do on offense when they got in the red zone.
Yeah, one big play GC had, which helped them get their first touchdown, and after that, just bad event after bad event happened to BM, and unfortunate for them, and they lost this game, and they're just going to need this ball down.
Yeah, GC's going to show some respect, need the ball out. And BM, I mean, they could have won this game if they would have played a little better. The bounces definitely did not go their way. GC pretty much jumped on every single fumble that was available.
Yeah, a lot of fumbles by GC.
So they'll kneel it down one last time, and that will be it. So BM will fall to the 4th seed, I believe. They'll play St. James. GC will get the easier teams, which is Centennial. And that is a big win if you're GC.
Big win for GC. BM now has a tough matchup at St. James. But now we will see the St. James team play.
They'll play Lourdes for sure. And, I mean, BM, I feel like they expected to win this game. I mean, the talk around the school was definitely that they could easily beat GC, but GC held for sure. They played well. So, last thing before we head out, any player that you want to give special recognition to?
I'd probably say Peyton Garvin. He played a good game here today.
Whenever he's asked to throw, he threw it well.
Yeah, when he threw the ball, he threw it well, and he just had a great game for and led his team. We didn't see him pass in the first 2 weeks that much. He came out here, passed the ball quite a bit, and led his team to a victory.
So that'll be it for the first game of Friday Night Lights. We'll be back at 7 o'clock. Friday Night Lights sponsored by McDonald's. They got the Monopoly event on, so head down there in the Guelph locations.